Hey everyone, welcome to Facebook Live. I am Sharon. I just want to make sure we're good and that you guys can catch on. We're going to wait just a couple seconds so people can get their notification that Prima's live. And I have a really fun show today. I cannot wait to show you these brand new spark paints. There's just a close-up. They're super cute, and they were used in 3 different ways on this cute little tag. All right, and we do have a moderator. Carrie will be on. She can answer questions that you have. So let me just clip this up. All right, then we won't wiggle very much. Let's see if that is working. How are you guys? Great. Hello, everyone. This is Facebook Live, so I try to interact a little bit. If you're watching the recorded tape, just know that we have a chat going on when it's live, so it's really fun to come in here on our main Facebook page for Prima Marketing and just ask questions, and then we try to answer them. Okay, so this is a rose quartz tag, and that line is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. So I used a chipboard tag as the base, and Prima sells these. And I love it because then when you throw mixed media on it, you're not going to get a warped tag in the end. It provides a really stable base. And all I used was rose quartz papers and some of their cards. And then I'm going to just point out, this is one of Finnabair's mechanicals. It used to be silver. I hope the light can catch. The camera can focus on that if I hold still for a second. It used to be silver, and I painted it with the new Sparks paint. And then this little leafy vine trailing out on the side used to also be a different color, and I used... the names on these are so cute. Unicorn's hair. How cute is that? And that one I only did a really light coat because I love the look of it. So yes, the sparks can be used on so many different surfaces. Look at that little flower up there. That used to be silver or bronze, and now it's really cute pink. All right, so sparks are brand new, and what I want to do is just grab my tray of them. I don't even know if I'll fit all of these on the camera, so I'll take them down. We'll open them one by one. These are brand new. They were just released. There's so many cute colors. So this one is Butterfly Spells. It is, if you are a pink girl like me, you need this one. It's super cute. And then Mermaid Sparkle. I got to keep track of where my camera is. I'm doing a horizontal shoot this time instead of vertical, so all my orientation's off a bit. Fairy Wings, oh my goodness. Look at that. Can you catch that sparkle? Super cute. Iris Potion. Now, I am not a purple girl, but lately I am loving the purple shades that Prima has been coming out with in their different mediums. Magical Pond, and this one, it looks more blue in the jar than it is. I think it's really a turquoise. That's what I say. And then Unicorn's Hair. I had showed you a little sneak peek of that, and now that one to me looks more of a sage green in the jar, but wait till you apply it to different surfaces. Now there are 3 colors I don't have. I wish I had every single one. And these 3, they're on the top of my list. They are Dragon's Eye, which is like a gold, Ginger Magic, which is an orange, but it's a gorgeous gingery orange, and Raven Black. Oh my gosh, you know we all need that. And that's the one I really want. Did I mention I really want that one? Okay. I'm going to grab some paper towel. And this is just watercolor paper. I love playing. I buy the big watercolor pads at Prima. and then just cut down to my tags or whatever. That it's very economical that way. And what I want to do is recreate the swatches that I did last night. Now, this one I did just a little stroke of each color on white and then black. The colors don't change very much. They darken a little bit. I only did one coat on these, and you can see the coverage that you get. Trying to get so you can see how it catches. These are the glimmeriest, is that a word? If not, we're going to make it up. The most glimmery paints I have ever used. So they are amazing. So you can see Butterfly is definitely pinky. It's kind of an antique rose, but freshened up a bit. Unicorn's hair. I sat and thought about what color I should call this. It's a mix between, I say champagne gold with like sterling or white gold. Carrie, what do you think? We need to know your opinion on this. I see just a tiny, tiny little bit of green. But it's gorgeous. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Iris Potion, definitely stunning. Mermaid Sparkle, if you're into turquoise, this is a very light, but it's a mix. It's, I'm trying to think of the name in our color bloom that is similar to this. Very beautiful. It has a bit of green in there, so you're not getting a true turquoise, and it's lighter, which I love. And then Fairy Wings, look at that. Gorgeous. And Magical Pond, it looks more blue in the bottle than I think it really is. To me, it's almost a turquoise. Very unique colors, really pretty. Finn did such a great job with this color palette. And of course, the three that I don't have, oh, you're going to love them. So let me just throw down some paper towel. And what I want to do is just open up some of these and show you the glimmery goodness in there. It's like a little paint pot of gold. It is so beautiful. Look at that color. I'm just twirling it around. It's catching the light, I know, but it is super sparkly. So I want to just, actually I need a fatter brush. Let's do this one. You know, I paint with my water brush, and sometimes I think I need the really big Finn brush for this. So we're going to go ahead and just show you what it's like on paper, because I think most of us use paper, and literally just swiping it across, and it's stunning. There's so much shimmer in there, and that is what is going to be catching the light even when it dries. All right, so sometimes when things go on paper or cloth, they lose their shimmery look. But I've noticed with these, it holds it way better than any other product I've used. Sometimes when you're spraying, even like the color blooms, you spray on fabric or ribbon or some papers, it kind of soaks in and you don't get as much sparkle as what is there because the mica like gets soaked into the fabric or the paper. This is going to stun you. I'm just going to finish this whole piece of paper right here. Oh my gosh. It's beautiful. I don't think I'm going to use it. I'm just going to sit and stare at this piece of paper all day. It makes me happy. Look at that. A little bit too. This pot is 1.7 ounces and it is in the Art Alchemy line, but they're Sparks. They're brand new and they're going to be shipping soon if they aren't already. Now this one, Carrie probably needs all the numbers and I've been painting with it. 964122 is Butterfly. You have got to get that. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And don't think that you can only just use it on paper. I'm going to go through a bunch of different things while I show you different colors and show you what you can use them on. So we did pink, and that's great. You know, you can use it on paper. What else should we pull out? Hey, can I try? I'm going to have to keep flipping my paper towel or I'm going to mix my colors. I have to tell you, I painted this doily last night, and I went nuts over it. most doilies fall apart when you're adding a art medium to them. They're super, super thin. Now, Prima makes these white doilies. You get a ton of them. They're feminine and they're beautiful, and that's why I use them all the time. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to paint one and see what happens. If it falls apart, it falls apart. But it didn't. It was amazing. So I ended up with this doily that crinkled just a little bit, which I think adds so much texture and visual interest to your projects. I love the edges curling up. But look at that glimmer. So let's go ahead and make our own. I'm going to do this in this, what was this one called? I keep forgetting the name. Unicorn's hair. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. It's so cute. Let me clean out my brush just so we get a true color and not a lot of the pink in there. And I think for this one, when I did it last night, I wanted it to spread. So what I did is I just take a little bit of this. Let me get some. And we're going to go into the cover. And I had a wet brush. I want it to be very movable. So certain surfaces, you're going to want to add a bit of water first. Now, because it's a doily, if I add water on the doily, it could start tearing apart because it's very thin. So I want to add the water in with the sparks first and then get it onto my doily. So it's only getting one application. I don't overwork it because it's very fragile. It's very delicate. And look at that. So for some surfaces, you're going to want to thin down the sparks just a little bit. And I just mix it in the cap and then use it all up. It's fine. Look at that. And when it dries, it's just totally magic right there. I love them. I'm going to go order a whole bunch of those Prima doilies now and just sit and paint them all day long. So that one was Unicorn's hair. And again, I don't know what color you would call it. It's like a champagne gold, but it has like platinum and a tiny, tiny bit of sage in there. All right, so we did paper. We did watercolor paper. We've done doilies. I just want to show you, of course you can color flowers. Like that's a given. And if you haven't seen the box flowers, that's what, oh my gosh, they're amazing. They're a great value. And there are tons of white flowers available. So this one was just pure white, and I took a little bit of Magical Pawn and made it even more magical. Look at that. And the box flowers hold up to mediums really well. Most of the Prima flowers do. So I don't have that exact flower. I have one of the foiled ones. But we're going to go ahead and take this. Look at that little pot of gold right there. And we're going to paint away. Now it's paper, so I am going to add just a little bit of water because I want to be able to move down. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful when you start mixing. It's like molten lava or like silver when you melt silver or gold. It's so cool. I want to make it more spreadable, so easier to spread. I'm going to add just a bit of water in there and then get these underleaves, or petals, I should say, first. That water is not going to pull apart the shape of these box flowers. They're really thick mulberry paper, so they can handle it. And I get really good coverage. It spreads easily. And then you can just go in and you can customize your flowers this way. You could do multiple colors. You could do it as dark or as light, depending on how much water you mix in there. But I tell you, this flower is going to be the most glimmery flower that you've ever seen. Shimmer, amazingly, just, it's going to be shimmering everywhere. It's almost too much. It's so shimmery. I keep saying that word, but I don't know what other word to use. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool with the gold foil on the edges. I think I might leave the center white right now. I think I like it like that. Do you see all that shimmer? Look at that. So that is just a sample of what you can do on paper flowers. I'm just trying to catch chat, see if we have any questions. So Carrie will have information. This should be shipping out to stores any day now if it isn't already. This was a new release at our winter Creativation show. It's in the Finavere line. It's Art Alchemy, and they're called Sparks. So this one was Magical Pawn, and it's 964092. And I think I forgot to give you the number for Unicorn's Hair. That was 964061, 964092. All right, you've seen a couple of them in action. What do you think? Well, we're going to keep moving because I have so much more I want to show you. So we've done lots of paper. We're going to do resins. Now, these are just older resins. I love painting resins. They're probably one of my favorite things. Let me pop this open. Oh, I got two out, so we might have to paint two of them. And we're going to go with Iris Potion, and that number is 964139. I feel like I'm moving too fast, and sometimes the camera isn't focusing. If it isn't, I am really sorry. This one is stunning. I think it has a bit of grayish black in it, and I like that. So it's kind of toned down a little bit. So this resin I already had done, and I actually did a thinner coat on this. I wanted a bit of the white to kind of peek through. It might be hard to see that on camera, but I just created like my new favorite embellishment right there. So, and that's what is so cool about this, is the color palettes are beautiful for coloring your own embellishments. I really got to clean off my brush here. Okay, so again, I probably should have dug out a little bit of the sparks first and then brought it into the lid. It's the perfect mixing palette. That one's really watery, but that's okay. We're going to go in here and just start coloring. Oh, I like it. This one's pretty thin. I thinned it down quite a bit. It's pretty liquidy running around in there. So you're going to get more of the white popping through, which is what I was trying to do with the other one. Oh, I love it. So you control the coverage. Thicker coverage or lighter, depending on how much water you mix in. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, I'm going back and now I'm going to be covering up the white. I'm just trying to catch the edges. And then, of course, you know, if you get too much, you can always dab with a paper towel or wet wipe. And there, look, two totally different results on resins, the same exact resins, and just depending on how much water I put in. And that one is 964139, and that is Iris Potion. How cool. You guys liking this so far? All right, we're going to move on. What else can we color with this? Oh, we have fabric. We didn't do fabric yet. Let's pull out a really cute color. We're going to do this one. Set these aside. You know, I love coloring fabric. Sorry, I bounced the camera a little bit. Don't want you to get sick moving it around. So this is like one of my favorite products. There are these trims that Prima make, and they're different flower shapes. And they, I cut them apart and use them all the time on my projects. They're a really nice textural base. So that's what I did here. I have a couple, and I literally just cut these apart and I use them as flowers or fillers on my projects. And I love them white, but why don't we try Mermaid Sparkles and see what happens? This one is 964085. It's pretty. It is so pretty. It's one of my favorites. So you can see this one that's really dry. I hope the light is catching. It is actually sparkly. You never see that when you use these glimmery products on fabric. I hardly ever see any sparkle. It colors, yeah, but not a lot of sparkle that stays on top. All right, so I do need to get this moving in the fabric so it all doesn't go down in one clump. So I can either wet the fabric ahead, ignore the little bit of iris I got in there, didn't clean my brush thoroughly, or I could mix it again in the lid, which is what I've really been liking because I have more control. You can see the sparks are pretty, they're creamy. They're pretty thick because you can get really good coverage that way. So start applying, and if you feel like it's not moving around as much, wet your brush a little bit. Oh, this one is so pretty. Oh my goodness. It is the most beautiful color. Look at that. Stunning, super effective coverage, even when it's thinned out with water, and it actually stiffens the fabric a little bit. I like that. How cool is that? So this one is, let me pop that cover on so I don't spill it. Mermaid Sparkle. You know you need to get this one. Mermaids are really hot right now, and we think they're in this exact color, right? 964085. Okay, we're gonna hustle a little. Let's go ahead and try painting wood. I tell you, my work surface just gets wetter and wetter as I go. So you can use any wood shapes for this, and I have some here from Salvage District. Now on this one, it has a pattern. I don't want to cover the whole pattern. I just want a sheer coloring so it's not so stark white. Again, a fabulous way to customize your embellishments. So basically I could take any color. Let me just go back to one I've already used. I'm going to go ahead and use Unicorn's Hair. I love this. Have I told you that yet? It's just the coolest color ever. Now this wood is already sealed, so it's not a true matte surface, but it doesn't matter. This paint is going to adhere to it perfectly. Look at that. The edges, perfect coverage. So thicker when you need it and thinner when you want to spread it out a little bit more and just do kind of a wash. It's very, very versatile. And there you go. Now this one was done, I think, in the Mermaid, and this one is the Unicorn Hair. Super cute. I know I'm flashing you with a lot of glimmer here. It catches the light and kind of blinds you. Very fun. So yeah, color your wood items for sure, and make them custom. Okay, what else didn't we do? We didn't do metal. Okay, we got to do metal. These are all of Finn's mechanicals here in the bowl. I should dump some out so we get a nice look and get the shadow off of here. All kinds of metals, all kinds of different finishes. It doesn't matter. This paint will cover 100% if you want it to, or it will do a wash if you want that. So I had, this one was, whoops, here's the original color, brassy, very dark. And here it is painted with fairy wings. So 2 coats. The first coat actually almost covered it. I'd say 85%. But I went back because I wanted it to be this color. Now, because it was on a darker brass, it's going to look just slightly darker or slightly lighter, depending if you're painting on dark or light, of course. But how fun is that? I love it. And the coverage is there. It's not rubbing off. It literally will stick to anything. So we're going to take this and color something. What should we color? I feel like we should do another leaf because we're going to use fairy wings. What do you think? Yes? Okay. I'm not sure I waited for an answer. Was that a yes, you guys? Okay. I'm not catching the chat, so if you did have questions, I apologize. I hope Carrie can answer them. I'm going to hold this one out because I want to show you on my tag the before and after. so let's go ahead. We'll take this. We're going to open up our fairy wings over here. And we're going to go to town. We're going to have so much fun. I literally could sit and paint things all day with these. It was so fun. I pulled out everything I could find in my scrap room and started painting. So I'm sure there are surfaces I didn't mention that you would also be very successful with this. Now with the metal, I know my brush is wet, but I'm not going to thin it out very much because I'm looking for full coverage here. So again, I told you that you can thin it if you just want to wash and you want some of the underside peeking through, or just take it straight out of the jar if you want full coverage. And you know what? That's only one coat. And let me pull up the other one. Basically covered, I'd say 85–90%. I can see a tiny bit of the original metal kind of peeking through. I like it. I actually like that. I don't think I'm going to do 2 coats on this one. Love it. Look at that. Just gorgeous. Beautiful color. Really, really fun results. And that is Fairy Wings. And that one is 964078. Are you guys liking this? So which color is your favorite so far? I have all kinds out here. And then the 3, of course, I don't have, which I really want right now. It's driving me crazy. Let's get these all centered for you. So these are the 6 that I have. And then all the different pieces I covered with them. Let's just set some of these out. So metal, resin, paper, flowers. We did some wood. And what else? We did some fabric. More paper, of course. And then watercolor paper. I mean, seriously, what can't you paint with these? All right, so how much time do I have? How are we doing? Because I want to show you the project for sure. So let me go ahead and move all this mess over and show you the actual project. Now, I did use these 2 colors, so they're kind of lighter. We'll get them over here. So in case you missed this in the beginning, this is what we opened with. So this is one of, it's rose quartz paper, and I used the sparks 3 different ways. So you see this flower here, it used to be the silver one. I hope the camera is catching it. And now it's a shimmery pink. It's absolutely beautiful. I also colored this one to coordinate. So I added a touch of metal to my tag, and this one used just a little bit of the magical unicorn hair, and I did let some of the metal peek through. Now, I did a wash on the paper first. I really thinned this out, and my paper is very glimmery in the back. Love that. So that is one technique. You can definitely paint it on paper, thin it out, and make it very glimmery. You can paint full on the metal, but I also, when I had it thinned out, let me just show you this one. You're controlling with the amount of water you add. So I took my tag at the end. I feel like I should almost do this in another color so it shows up darker. But basically what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to take a water brush for this one. I'm going to put in a lot of water in here and get it very runny. Okay, so you could start with it very thick and do your metal, thin it a little bit and paint on paper like we did here and do kind of a wash so the pattern still shows through. And then get it really runny. Okay, Carrie told me I need to do this with the scissors so I get a lot more of these little splatters. See this? And then go in and splatter your project, and it's so cute. What you're going to end up with are all these little tiny splatters, splashes, little dots that kind of add just interest to your page. It's going to pull it together. And now I have a lot more than what I really wanted because I'd already finished it. But I would do that in 2 colors that you used on your page, and then maybe go in and add a darker one. So if I had the Raven, I would be using it a ton right now because this needs a bit of black on there. All right, so what do you guys think? These are the new Sparks. They're available in, let me show you the colors again. Butterfly Spells, Unicorn's Hair, Iris Potion, Mermaid Sparkle, Fairy Wings, Magical Pond, and then there's also Dragon's Eye, which is gold, a Ginger Magic, which is like an orangey ginger, and Raven Black, which is just stunning. So these are the brand new Sparks. They're by Finavere. They're in her Art Alchemy line, and they will be shipping to stores really, really soon if they aren't already. Carrie has information on that in the chat. So thank you for joining today. I have another tag almost done. I'm going to finish that up and then I'll post it online. It coordinates with this, but I also used the Sparks on different surfaces to kind of show you what you can do with it. Okay, so, and join us back. Make sure you're following Prima on our main Facebook page so you get notification when we go live. We will have another live show for sure next Tuesday. So check back with us, and you know what? Look for the Sparks. It is going to spark your creativity, and you're going to love these. Okay, thanks so much for joining me today, you guys. Catch you later.